Hey everybody, welcome to Bones Collector, and we're going to continue with our Shocktober games with Fearsome Floors. And Fearsome Floors is a game designed by Friedman Freeze, and he designed a solo game called Friday that I love, and I love to play it. And he's a very good board game designer, and this is kind of a party style cartoon Halloween type of game, and I love that kind of theme. I don't really care for games that are horrific, that have horrific cards in them or horrific art with blood and guts and that kind of thing. It's just something that doesn't appeal to me, but I'm an old man, what do I know? This game is simply a movement game, and you have to try to avoid the monster. Isn't that what you have to do in all the movies anyways? And it comes with this board, and you get several monsters here that you build, and you can build them traditionally, like I have Frankenstein's monster here, or you can like mix and match their parts, whatever type of fun you want to have. And if you're playing with kids, a lot of times they like to do that. You know, give one guy Frankie's head and vice versa. So yeah, in this game, you're going to try to survive. And that's hard to do. And you simply use these discs. Each player has 4 of them, and they have different values on each side, and they add up to 7. So if you have 2 on one side, you're going to have 5 on the other, 1 on one side, 6 on the other. Again, you get the idea. They're going to add up to 7. And you put them on this board and take turns placing your discs on the board. So this one is a 1, it would go at the doorway. This one's a 5, you'd have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or some count of 5 in that area. Same with you take turns, the players take turns placing their discs on the board, and I'm just going to throw them out here. But you take turns placing your discs. As you move around this board, you can push these stones as you move. If you come to the jello with all the bones and all the guts in it, you can slide along that. It's supposed to be blood, but we call it the jello. So you slide along there and go to the next spot. And after all players have placed their markers, the monster moves. And that's what these tombstone tiles are for. You draw one off the top, and this says 7. So the monster is going to move 7 spaces. And he moves 7 spaces unless he sees one of you guys. So he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He can't, if he looks to the right, he can't see anything. If he looks forward, he can't see anything. So he just moved that 7 spaces. Now let's say we took our turn again and we've all moved like this. And then we draw another tile and he moves 8. Uh-oh. I can tell you right now, he's going to spot some people. So Frankenstein's monster is going to move 8 spaces. He goes 1 space and he can see this green player. So he's going to turn and go 2, 3, 4. There goes his head. Oh my gosh, this is horrible. Just like the movies. 5, 6, and he's going to capture this person on his 7th move, and this person will leave the board, or at the end of the second round, of course, would go into this room and would not be able to play again. But that's how the movement works for the monster. Now these tiles all have various totals on them. This is a 10, and we have another 8, a 5, 7, what do we got? Yeah, 2 7s, 2 8s, a 5, and a 10. And then it has a couple of special tombstone tiles. One has 1 cross on it, the other one has 2 crosses on it. And those mean the monster is going to move until he kills one of you or kills 2 of you. So if you draw this one, he's going to move up to 20 spaces until he at least kills one of you. So he would move until he kills one of you, and then he would stop up to 20 spaces. So this one, he would move up to 20 spaces until he kills 2 of you. So that is the rules to this game. This monster, as he comes to the edge, of course, he can wrap around the board, and where he goes off the board isn't necessarily going to be where he comes back onto the board. The letters are in varying locations. So that is pretty tricky. And we've played this game a couple of times and have not won this game. It's very hard to win. When you're doing your movement as a player, you just can't think about it because it really doesn't matter. The randomness of these tiles and the way he's going to move when he sees other players, it just really, it's just a melee. So you're just going to have to do the best you can. Don't think a lot about it because it bogs down the game. And it plays 2 to 7 players in about 45 minutes. But the more players you have, the more fun this game is for sure. And so if you do want to pick this game up, very inexpensive again. And I love the box because it's, first of all, I love the artwork on the box and the rule book, and I'll show you that in a minute. But look how thin that is. A very thin box, so that's pretty cool. And then the artwork on the box is awesome. I love that. And again, this game's been around for quite a few years. It's been around since 2003, so it's been around a while. And the rule book looks like an old comic book. I mean, it actually looks like it's worn and everything, so that's pretty sweet. I love that kind of thing. And very good instruction manual. You'll know exactly how to play it just by reading this rule book, and it's not a lot of rules, as I've shown you. But the game is very difficult, again, because it's so random. So don't go into it thinking, oh, I'm going to think so hard and outsmart this game. You'll just waste your time. You just jump in, move the best you can, and let the monster do his thing, and everybody have a good laugh. And that's what it's all about when you play Fearsome Floors, and really that's what it's all about when you play board games, because the number one reason to play a board game is to have a great time, have a lot of fun, and this game delivers that for a Halloween theme in October. Don't have to be October to play it, but it is fun this time of year. So that's Fearsome Floors. Make sure you like and subscribe. I love every one of you. Keep on board gaming because it's the best hobby on the planet. See you next time on Bones Collector. Bye-bye.